Hi guys, this is Noiser, and if you've followed me for a while, you probably know two things about me. That I just love what Rainbow Six Siege brought into the FPS genre, and that Battlefield 4 made me fall in love with FPS games in general. However strange that might sound to Battlefield veterans that have experienced the earlier titles. I haven't, by the way. After a few nights of playing some Battlefield 1 again, after months of not even touching that game, I started getting so hyped about the next Battlefield release that I decided to try and make a series covering all the news that I find interesting and relevant, as well as discussing what the upcoming game might have in store for us together with you guys. So, what do we actually know so far? Well, if we put all rumors aside for a while and stick to what we actually know is confirmed, it's not really much. Yes, there has been talks about a World War II title, uh, Bad Company 3 and other claims of legitimate leaks, but what DICE and EA actually have confirmed is the following. According to EA CEO Andrew Wilson, the next Battlefield game will be visually stunning and deeply immersive. And that's almost as informative as saying that the next Battlefield game will be a first-person shooter, because when it comes to visual fidelity, I think we all expect the next title in the franchise to keep pushing the borders as the last ones have. So that sort of is one of DICE trademarks, isn't it? Well, according to EA's CFO Blake Jorgensen, the game will release between April 2018 and March 2019, which is a reassuring fact that it actually will be released in that 12-month period. So that's at least something. Probably in late October, just like the latest main Battlefield titles have, to hit the Christmas shopping frenzy, but that again is just an assumption, although a pretty expected assumption, as that is in the same time frame as the latest Battlefield main titles have been released. So when it comes to information that actually tells us anything about the game that we don't already know after having played the earlier titles, there's really not much to go on yet, but one thing that really excites me is this. Games today are developed in close contact with the community. And with that, I don't mean that everyone is involved, of course, but the game studios in general, small and large, are listening and watching closely what is going on in the world around them. What mechanics and solutions that are trending in other games, how players like to interact with the game and each other, and what the community is actually wishing for and not hoping for in the upcoming title. So what we do, say and feel actually matters, although exactly what I think and feel might of course not get much attention. But as a community in large, it definitely does matter. And these things are what I will try to give a lot of attention in this series, mixed with actual news, leaks and rumors that I or you guys find relevant. Now, the setting of the game, for example, won't change, of course, even if they listen to the community. That has been decided before Battlefield 1 was released, probably. But many other things and details may change a lot during the development. One thing that is on many Battlefield fans' lips these days, and I'm not an exception, is of course the premium system and microtransactions. Especially after DICE got so criticized about the system in Battlefront 2 that new laws regarding microtransaction is in the making in several countries. And when it comes to the premium system, this is something I would really like your opinion on, as there are different ideas around how this should be done. Some like it, some hate it, and some, like me, just think there are much better ways of doing it that don't even require inventing something new, or even testing if it works. Just taking a look at how Rainbow Six Siege has solved this problem, just to give one example, is enough in my opinion. Maps behind paywalls will split up the player base, but players willing to pay extra for content still can be satisfied if just maps and modes are kept out of the equation. I am one of those who gladly pay for a premium release and pay microtransactions if the content enhances the experience for me as a player. And I'm not talking performance-wise now. I'm talking cosmetics, customizations, or perhaps shortcuts to certain unlocks that isn't pay to win, but rather pay to be able to expand the experience, if you don't have the possibility to grind for several hours per day to get a new weapon unlocked, for example. In general, older players have a bit more money and perhaps spend less time playing overall. Although that is a general assumption again from my side. But I just thought about it the other night because I bought these new bundles for some Rainbow Six Siege operators. These steampunk, extremely cool uniforms, headgears, and stuff like that. And I paid like $30 to Ubisoft that night just because of these new uniforms. I mean, these new looks for the operators. So what I'm talking about here is that $30 will help Ubisoft make the game better when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, without giving me an advantage to anyone else. I mean, that's the way to do it. It's a strike of genius, actually. It's perfect, in my opinion. Well, don't get me wrong now. I mean, I love progression systems that make me try out new weapons, tactics, or playstyles to be able to perform the tasks that unlock a certain content or something. I mean, I don't want to just pay for things. I want to earn stuff as well. That's not what I'm talking about. But that sort of drags me further into the game and sometimes make me find a new favorite weapon that sort of makes the game feel a bit more fresh or something like that. So grinding for something is of course a good thing as well. Playing the game to earn loot packs is also quite fun, I think. Titles combining loot packs with microtransactions, though, take it in the wrong direction, as that's sort of a gambling system, which is why there might be regulated laws in the future because of this. The way Rainbow Six Siege Season Pass works is a great balance for a premium system, in my opinion. You get all the content you need to play together with everyone else, even without the Season Pass, but paying a bit extra gives you a small XP boost. In-game shop discount, early access to operators, and some things for free that non-premium players have to unlock by grinding a bit. The thing that Rainbow Six Siege makes up for in potential lost premium sales, since you don't need it to be able to experience the full game, I think they gain in player loyalty and community growth. And with a large player base, you will keep selling copies of the game as long as you keep evolving it. Game companies need to make money to be able to keep investing in a title, and the way Ubisoft does it with Rainbow Six Siege is something I think other companies could learn from. Perhaps Ubisoft should learn from themselves as well for their other titles when thinking about it. And when it comes to Battlefield, the next Battlefield, I really do hope EA and DICE can learn some from Ubisoft when it comes to this. So, what are your thoughts about the premium system and Battlefield 2018 in general, if we call it that for now? And what ideas do you have for potential future episodes? Is this something that interests you, that you would really like me to pursue, or is it not? I mean, if you won't watch it, why should I do it? Please share your thoughts by leaving a comment below and give me a thumbs up or down so I get to know what you think about this video. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it to get notified when I post my upcoming videos. I'll be back soon again, and until then, I will keep being Noiser. Hej då!